Thank you for joining. This is the Exploratory Data Wrangling series. Today, I like to cover factor data type. So this data is employee data, and one of the columns is called business travel. Some employee might do the business travel often, but some employee might not. There are three groups: travel rarely, travel frequently, and then non-travel means don't travel at all. So if we present these three values this way, so meaning like rarely, frequently, and none. And there's something kind of like weird about this. That's because we are more accustomed to this way of order. So starting from none, that means non-travel at all, and it's rarely, it's like rarely travel, maybe like once or twice, maybe a year or something. And then frequently, like often, like all the time, like every week, every month, or whatever. In this way, we can understand it more naturally or more like intuitively. This type of data has an inherent ordinal relationship, meaning in this particular case, in business travel, we tend to think it's like a none, rarely, often. Not just keeping the character data type as just alphabetical data, but we think there's an order. So we want to actually define this type of order. That's where the factor data type comes in. So here's a employee data. So each row represents employee. This particular column is a business travel. And then if I click on this chart button, and it creates this chart, and then this travel rarely, frequently, non-travel, these three values are sorted by the y-axis number, in this case, number of employees. If I uncheck the sort and it becomes non-travel, travel frequently, travel rarely, this is sorted alphabetically. But we want to actually change it to the way like non-travel, travel rarely, and travel frequently. And how we can do it? Either table view or summary view from the column header menu, in this case for the business travel. And then there is a menu that says set order for values. There are a few options. In this case, the most basic ones, like it says manually. This one, literally, you can set each value in a particular order. And then the function we are actually going to use is called FCT read level. FCT stands for factor, and read level, basically resetting the level. So that means the first level I want to set is a non-travel. This is basically the zero, right? Zero travel. And then type comma. And then I get this suggestion. And the next one is a travel rarely, and then the comma, and then travel frequently. By the way, though, you don't have to set the third one because this is kind of like last remaining value without setting this. But it's kind of like obvious that this one is going to be added at the last value. So you don't really have to set that third one as long as you set the first one, the second one. But anyway, in this case, either way, you can, if you want to make sure you have that particular value in a particular order, you can specify that as well. I'm going to override this column. In this case, there's no reason to keep that original value. So if I click run button, and then notice that here the data type is now factor instead of character. And then I have non-travel, travel rarely, travel frequently. Here, we already see that particular order that we just defined. And then when I go back to the chart, the x-axis hasn't been reordered yet. That's because that chart pin is still pointing to the step before. But this step 4, that's where we define, or we converted the character data type to factor data type by defining that order. So we want to move this chart pin. Now we see from non-travel, travel rarely, travel frequently. This is a way you want to present so that your audience can intuitively understand what you're presenting. And make sure that this is not the sort by is unchecked. If I check again, now it's all these bars are sorted by the y-axis sort values or the length of the bars. So the factor data type is super useful, but not many people know. But now you know it. With this factor data type, you can define the sort order, or the order of the values the way you want. Then you can create the charts even more flexibly than ever before. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Bye.